Hello from Seattle.
In June of 2021, I decided to venture out on my first solo trip. After almost a year of lockdown, I needed a change in scenery and wanted to get out in nature and just see things and explore. So I know Seattle is known for its rainy weather, but in summer, a switch flicks, the clouds go away and are replaced by blue skies, lush greenery, mountains in the background, and stunning waterfront views. So today I visited Pike Place Market. Pike Place Market opened in 1907 and has now over 220 independently owned shops and restaurants. I had breakfast here almost every day, not to mention the fact that it has gorgeous waterfront views. And it's also home to the first Starbucks. My camera on this and it just fell, but it is working fine. It was actually my phone and there's no scratches. So that gum wall was super gross and there's like heaps that goes on both sides of the alley. And I had to like make sure I didn't step on any gum on my new shoes, so that was fun. I think I'm in the clear.
You are currently traveling up at 10 miles an hour for approximately 41 seconds up to the observation deck.
I ended my first night in Seattle by visiting the top of the Space Needle at sunset. And although there wasn't too much of the sunset, the views were still beautiful. I've been to the top of quite a few buildings and I think this one is my favorite. It was built in 1961 and took 8 months to complete. It was also built to withstand a 9.0 earthquake, which is good to know if that ever happens. So the highlight of my day today, and definitely something I recommend doing if you're in Seattle, is going on a whale watching tour. The tour left from the cutest little town north of Seattle called Edmonds. It was seriously adorable. The boat was custom made and was extremely fast so they could cover a large area over a short amount of time, and had a tiered standing area at the front of the boat so everyone could get a clear view. We got to see a little family of orca whales, or as they're also known as killer whales, the black and white ones, like in the movie Free Willy, which I was obsessed with when I was a child. So these were transient orcas, meaning they were just passing through. They travel in small groups and are mammal-eating orcas that feed on prey like seals. We also saw some of a grey whale. It didn't come up very far, but from what I could tell, it was huge. And it did a deep dive to the point that I managed to shoot a picture of its tail. Tomorrow I'm going on a tour of Mt Rainier National Park. This whole group is coming to pick me up at 7:45 a.m. I'm not an early morning person, but for this trip I am making it happen. As it turns out, mountains can create their own weather, and on the one day I chose to visit, let's just say the mountain was shy. So I'm in a place called Paradise right now, except look, it's just snowy and foggy and marsh on the ground. But this is supposed to be one of the best views of the mountain. Unfortunately, we can't see it, so just another excuse to go back. We did see some beautiful waterfalls though, and walked through a lush green forest. Oh, it's so lush green. It's 18 degrees, so it's kind of chilly, and the trees are so huge. Look at the trees. From day 4 in Seattle. This morning I had some breakfast at Pike Place Market. I made the mistake of getting there around 9. Don't do that. If you want to avoid crowds, get there before 9. And now I'm heading down to Pioneer Square to walk around there a little bit. I hear it's like the historical area. Pioneer Square is Seattle's first neighborhood, settled in 1852. It definitely felt older with charming architecture, however it was a lot dirtier and sadly had a bit of a homeless population. However, there was a lovely waterfall at the birthplace of UPS. Being a Grey's Anatomy fan for so long, I felt it was my duty to ride the ferry boat, so I caught it on a 20-minute trip to Bainbridge Island. I'm in Bainbridge Island. I just took the ferry. It was super cool, so big, like huge inside. I was not expecting it. It was very smooth. It didn't even feel like I was on a boat, and the views were really cool. Saw Seattle from afar, and Mt Rainier decided to make an appearance today. Today probably would have been a better day to go to the national park, but oh well. I just walked up this huge hill with all of these stairs, but it was well worth the climb because look at this view. So I am currently in Kerry Park. It's a very popular spot because it has one of the best views of Seattle. On clear days you can even see Mt Rainier. Kerry Park was one of my favorite places in Seattle. I came here twice on my trip. The views were gorgeous and it's in this lovely little residential neighborhood called Queen Anne. There's heaps of people. I'm here at sunset. It's around 8:30 p.m. I don't know what happened to my hair, but this city has made it all frizzy and gross. It's not used to this humidity, that's for sure. I am a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, so I'm now on my way to find Meredith Grey's house. It's literally like down the road from Kerry Park, so I figured while I'm here, why not? I found it! This is pretty cool that they actually used a real person's house for it. So that's it for my time in Seattle. It really was a gorgeous city with lots to offer for a solo traveler, both city-wise and nature-wise. Like any big city though, you do have to have your wits about you. Stick to the touristy areas and be safe. Stay tuned for the next part of my Washington series where I head up to Olympic National Park. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to see the rest of my trip and more travel content. See ya!